Look, humanity nears extinction. Is there work left for us? The clan had no time to answer. As Caesar was lost in thought, a wounded clan member had sadly passed away. Overwhelmed by grief, Caesar didn't even notice the traitor donkey sneaking up behind him. When Caesar finally came to, he realized he was now a captive of the colonel, subjected to the pressure from the traitor donkey and the human sharpshooter he once spared. The colonel thought Caesar had come to rescue his clan. Little did he know Caesar was totally clueless about their capture and was just there for some good old-fashioned. He killed Caesar's wife and kids last. No wonder he's furious. The colonel wondered, how did you find this place? Caesar didn't hold back. I got wind of your visit and heard more troops from the north are on the way. When he mentioned wiping out all the feelings, the colonel couldn't help but chuckle, losing interest in the conversation and ordering Caesar to be taken outside. It was only then that Caesar truly realized the plight of his clan as his little son desperately cried out, "Daddy." He was powerless. The clan wouldn't even look at him. 2 years of fleeing eroded their faith. He was supposed to lead his clan to a new home, yet his personal vendetta took precedence over their safety, filling him with guilt. Yet, when compared to the looming hardships ahead, what they were experiencing now seemed trivial. As dawn broke the next day, a band of traitors came rushing in, ready to work hard like it was a full-time job. The colonel took this task seriously, personally inspecting the work. Clearly, he had some ideas brewing. With all the stars around, what could humans possibly be worried about, right? But suddenly, commotion erupted. A starving star just couldn't hold on and tumbled right off the log. Caesar understood that this incident arose because the clan was trapped there, but humans totally ignored it. Humans unapologetically ordered the donkey to punish his own kin, and the donkey showed no mercy in trying to please his master. Caesar suddenly realized that humans would never let them go. Once those walls were completed, it would be game over for their entire clan. Humans treated them like consumables, in line for slaughter. Their fellow clan members could barely contain their anger and started leaving their work in protest. But without any support or means for real power, this protest was just that, a protest. Caesar was brought before the colonel, and the donkey whipped him without mercy, yet he remained silent, showing his resilience. Even the traitorous donkey marveled at him. The colonel ordered Caesar to make his clan return to work, yet Caesar knew it was his sole chance to negotiate. However, the colonel had no intention of agreeing to his requests. Seeing Caesar's stubbornness, he decided to unleash some intimidation. The colonel immediately killed one of Caesar's clan members to make an example, but even that didn't faze Caesar. He knew as long as the colonel needed them to work, he wouldn't take things too far. Eventually, fearing for their leader's safety, the clan members started working again, which showed the colonel's murderous intent. However, at that moment, the colonel sensed a shift. The stars were rallying, and he planned to execute his scheme again. Caesar was tied to a wooden stake, enduring the harsh snow of winter and starvation. Finally, in the dead of night, the donkey slowly approached him, curious to see how he was holding up. Caesar turned his head and saw the colonel peering at them through the window. As the donkey approached, Caesar questioned him at once, and the donkey angrily cut his binding ropes. Then he shoved him toward the colonel, who warned Caesar not to cause trouble, or he would execute all the Star clan members. Caesar stood firm, unwavering in his stance. The colonel was infuriated, thinking Caesar had no right to negotiate with him, unaware that after a day of reflection, Caesar had spotted his weakness. Soon after, new soldiers from the north were not heading to join the colonel but were actually coming to confront him. The colonel had them build those walls to prepare for his own species. Caesar speculated that the colonel angered the northern headquarters. The truth was much more complicated. Thanks to that virus, the human immune system was on the brink of collapse. Before long, the virus was mutating and wouldn't kill its host right away. It would slowly erode the host's consciousness, leading to loss of speech and regression. The colonel's son was one of the victims who caught this horrific virus. Just as the colonel was about to pull the trigger, he ordered the soldiers to execute all infected, but many were unwilling to harm their loved ones. They attempted to escape by climbing over walls, but the number of successful escapees was minimal. One soldier fled to Northern HQ, sparking wrath as they believed medical means could solve it. However, this only deepened the colonel's despair, as there was still no solution in sight. The colonel's authority was under threat. Yet the troops left behind were all devoted loyalists to him. To strip the colonel of authority, headquarters would have to send in all their forces for an attack. Caesar, having understood the whole story from start to finish, felt a profound sense of despair and finally realized why the colonel was relentlessly determined to annihilate them. Even as foes, he couldn't assert that the colonel was wrong. It was truly a deadly stalemate. With a heart full of pain, Caesar finally lunged at the colonel, determined to take him down at any cost. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting content.